Good morning guys, it's Jenny here from Just Jenny Journaling. Welcome back to my channel. Today is the follow-up flip through of the last two bespoke convention journals I was talking about the other day. So I sent two out to my mum and a really close friend on Thursday. And these two, this one's mine, this is for another friend of mine. Yeah, so but these are quite a little bit different because these are Traveller's Notebook style. So I thought I would just do you a quick flip through of those. They're a little bit different. This is an altered Traveller's Notebook set that I've popped together. It's quite a different style to this one. So this one's mine. I do like I like a lot of room for my notes. So what I've done with this one is I repurposed a Traveller's Notebook cover that I was experimenting with that I made from some vintage fabric a few years ago. We were recently doing some altered Traveller's Notebooks as a project with the Homemade families. We had a little junk journal workshop, and I kind of brought this out because I'd rediscovered it. I had filled it with these little ones that kind of wrapped it round, this one and that one, and I think there was another one, it's probably upstairs, that's got this sort of fabric on it. And I love it. It just reminded me that I just love when I'm actually using my own journals, like for note-taking stuff. I love lots of colour. I love lots of colour and texture and lace. I really enjoy working with that. So that was the inspiration really for this project. So I've taken these ones out, and what I've done for this one, this is just some vintage chintz that I had, and I just experimented with a little bit of you know, layering here, and oh, what's the word, or just like a fabric, not hessian, linen type edging. So it was quite a while ago, this project. Now just to say, over the years, for last year, for this bespoke note taking for this convention, I've done a Traveller's Notebook. So did like an insert for each day because it's a 3-day program, and I ended up using 2. So that was one I've done before. And then last year, this was last year was I did a repurposed repurposed a book cover, and these are my notes from that's note taking from that kind of vibe from last year. So a little bit darker, just collaged some Daphne's diary and bits and pieces on the front. But so this year, this is what I've done. And I decided to make, I'll take it to bits, I decided to make 3 Traveller's Notebooks, but in like an A5 size. And I filled them with colour. I've covered each using, I think now, what was it, I think these were from the Vintage Home, the covers. Let me show you. One of my favourite books. So for all of these projects, I've used pages from this. I've used loads of pages from that. I've used all the pages from this that I picked up from a charity shop a little while ago. For me, my mum, and my 2 friends, and a little journal for a 1-day assembly program. A few weeks back, I used that too. So Vintage Home, Kath Kidston's in print, and Granny Chic was a book I had thought I would have time to find to show you, but I have done a flip through, I think. Anyway, so these are the covers. So I've decided, I see lots of colour, and I may actually, to be honest, I may still add to these because the program will be running through to July, August, sorry, incrementally. So, but this is what I've done so far. So this is just it is from the Vintage Home book, I think. Beautiful. I just love the I just love the vintage fabrics there. Layered it with some of the page, what's the word? Excuse me, it's early. I'm trying to just do this. So yeah, so on this one, you've got all of these beautiful little trims on the sides of the pages. So this you could get on eBay or anything, what's the word, Amazon. So it's good to have one in stock just to admire and one to actually use. Beautiful, 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 absolutely gorgeous. I've used a lot of these. Anyway, so that's a corner piece, and this was this lady is from a simplicity pattern that I picked up a little while ago, a few weeks back in my local charity shop. So I've got the 3 girls, 1, 2, 3, and I've used them all because I think they look beautiful. They look beautiful. So I've just popped them on the front. She's on the back of that one. And right, let's dive in. Let's dive in. So for me, just to say, I love lots of colour, and I love lots going on a page. So mine's going to be a bit riotous in that way, in that manner. Lots of colour. So here we go. I put this by a little while ago. It's a old-fashioned garden encyclopedia. It's fabulous. It's fabulous, and that's the dust sheet for it. And this is the Countryside. It's a book I picked up again in charity shop a little while ago, but the images in it are absolutely gorgeous, and that's the dust sheet from that English Countryside. It's absolutely beautiful. So here we go. And again, this I picked up from another scripture journal that I'd made, but I hadn't used. I popped it in. So this is pages from the M&S recipe keeping book. And I will, as I go through, I'll probably I can actually add more papers here for more journaling space if I like, but I actually quite happily will journal down here. That's not a problem for me. Amazon packaging, you know, the filler. That's from that book, English Countryside cover again. So yeah, I had to remind myself to give myself some. That was that hand-dyed paper that I used. Remember, I just used the ink, and an old ink pad. This here is from Granny Chic. Absolutely gorgeous. So if you can see, that it's kind of, you know, it's like a photo of a vintage tablecloth. That was from the big Portrait of a Garden, Secret Portrait of a Garden book that I have. This is how, I love the way this dyed paper turned out. And I do like working on squared paper or dot grid paper because my writing can be a little bit wild, and that helps me to control where I write. This is a thank you note from a friend, and this is from the address book. Lots of journals. I do like a bit of interest on each page, not going to lie. Beautiful cross stitch again. That's from vintage Granny Chic, filled with these lovely images. That's from Granny Chic as well. This is just a little photograph of a little table in my garden from beginning of June that I wanted to sketch, so I've popped it in there because I probably will sketch it at some point. I've had this for a long time, about wildflowers, English flowers, a little book. I've used 2 or 3 of these, and you've seen them in a few of my projects. That's from the big address book. Love that. Love. So I'll probably leave that, but sometimes I might write on it. I don't know. That was from, I think that was from the Vintage Home, showing how you can use vintage fabrics or wallpapers just to cover ordinary books, which I think is a lovely idea. And we do that actually a lot with my daughter's school books. We just like to make them look interesting, so she has beautiful covers on her books. They're a pleasure to look at. She's quite a visual learner, and it encourages her to go back through and look at projects that we've done. This is from the, is it David Gentleman? Did I stick that down? I didn't think I had. Oh, maybe I had. I thought I'd done it as tipping. That's the back of the greetings card, thank you card. So, lots of writing space, lots of pages for tipping things in, for extra writing space. So that was the first one. Second and third, quite similar. This one here, this cover, is absolutely gorgeous. I think you can see that. So this was a page from Daphne's diary. You know, they actually, oh, what's the word? Feature different artists. And this lady does these beautiful images detailed on envelopes. This is her envelope art. I absolutely love it. So it was a little bit short, so I just put this is a bit from the, I think that's Kath Kidston book. I've had this for ages actually. I made that a little while ago. This is from Beatrix Potter. Yeah, it's a Beatrix Potter set of postcards that I picked out. Like that one for me. Love the fabric on it. Love the fabrics. And this is from the from the dress book. Again from Granny Chic. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, with the fabric and the thread, the colours. So as you can see, I try and pair, if I can, I will just set off a picture page using colours of a similar hue. This is a poem from Daphne's diary. Absolutely love Granny Chic. This is from the vintage vintage home book. Love these beautiful cups and saucers. I think that might be Granny Chic actually. That's from Vintage Home. That's from the a portrait of a English garden. Granny Chic, gorgeous, gorgeous. And as I said, this Granny Chic book, I came across it when I was looking at Johanna Clough. It is for you a little while ago now, probably last year. And she was just going through, she makes beautiful personal journals. Just by the way, this is from this Wildflowers book, which is huge. Wildflowers of the World, but that is absolutely gorgeous. I love it, I love it, I love it. And it's quite special for me because I got married in the Caribbean, and these were part of my wedding bouquet. Just by the way, yeah. So I liked that from Granny Chic. I love that, and it's a really nice thing to have in a scripture journal. I'm looking at peace, but love is really quite what's the word? Entwined with that theme, isn't it? Really. A little bit of vintage fabric on that as well. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So that's that. That's number 2. And the last one, I absolutely adore this idea of using vintage wallpaper on stair treads, is it? I've always loved this image. I've always loved this image, and where they've paired it with a handmade shoe bag to protect your shoes. And this here was from a calendar. I've had a series of books that I made and calendars, and they had the little, the little thumbnails on the back. This is from vintage. This is from the corner of one of the pages from the Vintage Home book. Bit of fabric and my lady. There you go. Isn't that beautiful? Again, that's from, this is from the Vintage Home Book. This is from Granny Chic. You're getting a bit of a theme. You can see a bit of theme going through, can't you? Kath Kidston. That was from Daphne's Diary. I've had in my stash for ages, actually. Love the fresh look of that. So I do, oh, I love that. That's from my World Flower Book. This is from my postcards of David Gentleman around London. I absolutely love these. I do really love them. This is from a pop that on there. This is from a old scripture journal I had. I made some of these tip-ins and I hadn't used it, so I thought, you know what, I shall pop it in this one. Let's pop it in that one. So you get the gist. This is what I'll be working in over the next couple of months for my notes. But I may add washi and stamp in as I go. Might just do that. Let's have a look at the time. Make sure I'm not going to be a mammoth, overly long one. Love it. I love it. So this year is going to be my for my notes. And then my friend, I've done something. I really pared it back for her. I've made her journals before for her notes. She's not a junk journaler as yet, and this what's the word? Traveller's Notebook came with two Traveller's inserts, and this was from Flying Tiger. I did one. I think I've got one. I'll show you how they came-ish, I think. So we got these. My friend Nikki found them. So we did the altered Traveller's Notebooks together. And so I think, is it this one? Yeah, so they came with a dot grid, one of these, whatever it is, you know, small graph paper type thing, and actually no, I think I did one. Did they come with 2 or 3? I think they came with 3 actually, and lined. So I've kept these plain. For my daughter, we're going to be practicing doodling and sketchnoting. So this one's for her. I've just popped a little Peter Rabbit on hers, and I've just done some bits on the covers, that was all. And she will probably enjoy decorating, adding her own, so I left that quite pared back. So this is the blue to it, and so all I've done here is I added, this is from a Ladybird book that I have, was it Woodland Flowers, or can't remember. Gorgeous. I've pulled out quite a few. I've used a couple, but I've pulled out quite a few of the I don't know if you can see that, images. They're absolutely gorgeous. Those old Ladybird books really are. So yeah, I've pulled out quite a few images for use moving forward. So it's not to what to look for in autumn. That's another one that I've used. But aren't they beautiful? Absolutely stunning. Yeah. Probably these ones. That's it. British Wildflowers. So that's from that. And my friend loves the outdoors. She loves walking, cycling, hiking. She's always outside. So do with that one. So the thing is with these, that it does have the this in it. It comes with these, so I've left this in. She can take it out if you want. So little pouch. I'm going to pop some extra bits in, little stickers and things that she can add to the journals if she would wish to. She doesn't have a lot of time, to be fair. She's very busy. So yeah, it comes with that. I've just popped a little bit of graphic 45 on the back. And let's take this to bits, and then I can show you how these work. So I kind of, what's the word? What did I do with these? So one I've kept really plain. I've just covered it. I I've done some packs, you know, for small projects of vintage fabric. I don't know, it's quite a while ago. Did some packs of vintage fabric pieces, curated for my Etsy store, because I have lots of vintage fabrics and sometimes people just want a little bit to liven up a journal. So I've done these different packs, and one of the packs is called Parisian Blue, and I took some of the fabrics from that and I just covered this one. I just covered that one. This is Laura Ashley, kind of autumnal. Took one of the butterflies and just popped that together. Just covered it. So that's quite plain. That's quite plain. I shall pop some washi and stuff in there for her, should she wish to add to it. She might not, to be fair. And then what I did was customized. So I put two together. So this one, just the graphic 45 from Fashion Forward, which I love this image. And I think it's from June or July, which is around this time of year. So it's always sort of convention time, so I thought it'd be nice to pop it in there. And all I've done with that is added, again, I've alternated. I've left more writing spaces. Not probably, what's the word? Oh, did I try to brain myself in a little bit? So this, one of the, this was from a different set. Came just in craft papers, a different Traveller Notebook set came with craft papers. So I've used a lot of craft paper and just alternated with, you know, different book pages and images for her. So for someone who, you know, different style, and it is like a writing journal, there's more room for just writing in this. So as I say, so that's got scrapbook paper on the front and the graphic 45. This one is a Tim Holtz paper, and that was from the, yeah, I think that was from the from this. I think I found that in the Beatrix Potter book of postcards. And I really like the front. I really like the so again, lovely florals, a little bit of vintage, lots of room to journal, and a little bit of visual interest for her. I think she'll like that. She has very small, tidy writing, not like my scrawl. So hopefully this will be plenty for her. And I will pop a few bits, the rest of this and some I shall share out between the two of us. Just a little, a few bits that she might want to add. She might want to add over the next couple of months. Oh, so there, this is beautiful, isn't it? That really make a nice tip in. So there we are, guys. That's the those are the last two. These are what I will be using this year to pop our notes in for reference. I hope you've enjoyed the share. Be interesting to hear what you do for your serious note taking. Everybody's different, aren't they? Whether or not you are one like me who likes a lot of variety, a lot of like things quite busy, or whether or not you prefer to have things a little bit more pared back. But yes, I will be looking at I'm going to be taking doing some serial box eclectic journals over the next couple of weeks, a few weeks. So look out for that. If you please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a lovely weekend. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.